When I was 50 years old, I decided to move back to Germany. I think now that I was trying to find my younger self because I was younger when I lived in Germany and I was doing a lot more and I felt a lot better. And I think I was sort of thinking, well, if I move back to Germany, I'll feel a lot better. And for a while, that was the case. In fact, I don't think I ever regretted the decision to move back to Germany. But the bottom line is I wasn't getting better. And over the next 5 years until I turned 55, things just declined and got worse and worse and harder. I liked being in Europe. I liked being in Germany, but everything was foggy. It was like I was disconnected with everything around me here, even though I was enjoying being here. I wasn't quite connected with it. 5 years ago, at age 55, I started taking NMN for the first time. And I immediately started to feel better and feel like myself again and take other steps to improve my life through diet and exercise. I did get duped after about 3 months of real NMN, taking a fake NMN for 7 months. Thought that was a honeymoon period of sorts. After that duping period, I realized I really need to research and find a safe NMN and stick with that. And that's when I found DoNotAge. I found DoNotAge before I became an affiliate, not after. I started taking DoNotAge NMN before I made this channel and not after. That step helped me make the huge turn back to feeling normal again in my life. Yes, I do exercise. Yes, I eat better, and I take many other supplements now. But it's all gravy on top of the potatoes. The potatoes for me is the NMN. That's what caused the change. Make no mistake about it. The 3 times I stopped taking NMN for a few days, I just declined until I started again. And when I increased NMN from 500 milligrams to a gram and then 1.5 grams, I felt progressively better and more youthful and had more energy. And now I'm 60 years old and I just went to visit the States again. And I started to feel differently. I didn't feel like I had to go back to Europe to feel younger. I felt younger and better than I had in decades being in the US. I began to appreciate things more. I may even move back there one day or start spending more time there because I feel so much better and different than I did 10 years ago when I was actually living in the US. I think I've returned to normal, and I can say that because now I'm making plans again. I'm charting a path forward, thinking about going back and thinking about what I'm going to do if I do go back. Not thinking about retiring, but thinking about utilizing that everlasting energy cycle, that invincibility feeling that I feel when I get up every day, like I'm going to win the day. The funniest thing about it all is I no longer understand old age again. I look at people around me and I wonder, why don't they do something about it? I'm not going to let that happen to me. I told a good friend of mine about NMN when I was in the States, and he's taking now NMN and TMG. I told my cousin who's 6 years older than me about NMN, and he ordered it as well. I do the same things in real life that I do here on this channel. My mother's taking NMN. My stepfather's taking NMN. Other people I've known for years are taking NMN. And that's why I say the things here that I say. That's why I report to them my progress just like I report it to you. It's no different for me in real life than it is here on the Pulse. So I encourage you, going into this winter season, stay healthier, get sick less, have lots of energy, take NMN. You can use my code PULSE, you can save 10%. You will support this channel, and you'll also be supporting further research into NMN and other supplements because DoNotAge invests the resources that are provided by these sales of supplements into further longevity research. That's my open book report on my journey back to normal for the past 5 years. I'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching.